I know it's a little dark in here, but I actually going to be doing some. Remember, I'm going to be working on some things that I've learned from. I'm over here because we're going to get Instagram up and going too, checking the connections. And so we're actually going to be working on some stuff down here because I'm going to be doing some, I know, and I don't have any lights down here right now. So we're going to actually be working on some clay, but we're going to work on wet clay. And remember, I said I'm going to be doing like shoots. I wanted to try some of Chute's techniques. And so I'll put some lights down here. But this used to be my old studio. But as you can see, we're doing some renovation. So this used to be my old studio in the basement. Hold on, let me see if I might have some light. Okay. I'm trying to see if this light, okay, this light's not, oh, there it is. All right, I do have a little light down here. And it is hooked up. Because I know, I'm looking like, oh, does Louise have a face at all? And I do have a face. It's here. And so I came down here because I'm going to lay out the clay because there's clay that needs to be laid out. So I'm going to lay out the clay. And then I'm going to, but first, I have to sweep up some dust because it's dusty down here. And because we've been doing a lot of work down here in our basement. But I used to love this studio. This used to be my studio because I had like a really cool door right here so you could enter in from outside. You didn't have to go through the house. And I have a door here too. And so I really love this studio because it had like all of these doors, entrances, and then in the back I had like showroom that you could come to and kind of look at some artwork and stuff. And then this was like my main workspace right here, which I loved. And so I had my table and my easel because I like sunlight and windows, and so my easel was right next to the door, and I think there was another window here. So I had a window here, and then this was the doorway originally, and then I think there was a window over there, and I used to have my easel over there. So I actually loved this. Was a cool studio too. I loved it, but it was kind of narrow and a little small, but it worked great for me. So, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to sweep up a little bit and then I'm going to lay out some clay because I want to, I'm going to get all the clay laid out and then just do a little bit of setting up because I'm probably going to come down tomorrow and get started working on some of the things that I'm not going to work big because Chute's work really big. And if you want to see his working, go and see Hands of Clay on YouTube. It's a great video. I love it, love it, love it. You can always go and see Hands of Clay on YouTube and watch his video. He is phenomenal. So basically what I brought downstairs today is I brought my little spinny thing. So I'll be working on this. This is spinning. This is my spinning thing. I brought clay. Oh gosh, I brought clay down because I gotta cut it up and lay it on the concrete to dry. And I just brought some of my tools down. See, tools. So I brought some tools down so that I can work. But I always think the most important thing with working with like Chutes is forks. So I'm gonna see which fork works best. And I brought a water bottle. So, and I got some ginormous fork too because I really like this one because he does a lot with forks. So I'm going to be trying out his technique tomorrow. I'm going to lay down all the clay today, and then I'm going to be chooks tomorrow, and I'm going to try out all of his stuff. So I'm going to go get my broom and I'm going to do some sweeping up, and then I'm going to slice the clay because I have to slice it, and my slicer I'm going to use my slicer, which I showed you guys the other day, but I use a different one for the oil-based clay than I use for the wet-based clay. So this is the one I'm going to use for this wet-based clay. I know it's tiny, and my other one is a lot bigger. My oil-based clay one is a lot bigger, but this is the one we're going to use for this today. So I'm going to grab my broom because I need to do some sweeping. So I'm going to grab my broom and I'm going to do some sweeping. So yes, you get to watch me do You get to watch me do a little sweeping. I'm not going to sweep a lot. I'm not going to sweep a large area because I don't need a large area. I just need a certain area. So I'm going to actually start over here. And they move my Instagram people can't see me sweep if I'm over like that. Okay, so I'm going to just, because I'm going to just sweep a little area. And actually this area right here isn't so bad. Some is really bad because you want to lay it on concrete. And right now, since I haven't put this floor in, because we're going to actually put a different floor in, but since I haven't done that yet, I can actually lay it here on this concrete floor. So that's what I'm going to do. And I could go in the main area, but there's a lot more traffic in that area. And so I'm going to lay it over here in the less trafficy area, which is right in here. So I'm going to sweep this out. There we go. It's not as bad as I thought. I was like, oh, I'm going to be down here all day, dust everywhere. But actually this area right here isn't so bad. But I'm going to give it an extra sweep over just in case there's a little bit of extra dust hanging around, because I really don't want the dust in my clay. So I gave that a little extra sweep over and it looks nice. So it wasn't as dusty as I thought. I was like, oh, I've been dreading coming down here because I figured it was going to be really dusty, but actually it's not. So this is going to be a lot of fun. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the clay. So I'm going to put that broom there and I'm going to take the clay and I'm going to slice it just like Choop does. He slices it. So if you watch his video, you'll see he slices it and then he lays it all out and he just. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to do the exact same thing and we'll see if I get the exact same results. We shall see. So I'm going to lean this down so you can actually see, because I'm going to do it right there on the floor. And you can see what a great, duster I am. I'm going to bring this one down. You guys can come down on the floor with me. So I'm going to kneel down. And so I'm going to be right here. So hopefully you can still see me. I think my head's going to cut off here. So, all right, let's go up a little bit. There we go. So I'm going to be right here. And I'm going to cut this out. I'm going to cut this clay out. And I'm going to lay it right here on this concrete. And it's kind of nice here. So it should be kind of cool. So I'm going to take it out of the bag. Hey, Philip. I'm going to take it out of the bag. Oh, and there. Ta-da! So now I've taken this out of the bag. And you can feel the moisture. So I'm going to leave that like that. So you can definitely feel the moisture. I'm gonna lay it like this. There. I'm gonna lay it like that. So it's definitely moist. And then I'm just going to take it, and Choots just takes blocks. So he just does this and peels it off, and he just there. And he just pats it down. So I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm going to cut it and take a block. There we go. All right, there. And I'm going to slap it down. There. Okay, so I'm going to take another block of it. I'm going to do another one. And I'm just going to do one. Now, Choots does like 2 or 3 because he's building these big genomic sculptures. But I think I'm going to do one for now. And then I'm going to do one more pull through. Well, actually, I might do 2. I might do 2 blocks of clay just in case because I don't want to run out. So there. So, and I'm going to beat it up a little bit. Flip it over. Beat it up some more. Because one of the reasons why you're laying it on the concrete is so that the concrete can suck up some of the moisture. So I'm going to do it that way. And then I do another one. So the concrete will soak up some of the moisture. And so I'm going to do another bag because I just want to make sure I have enough, because I can always put these back in the bag and wet them up if I don't use it. So I'm going to grab another bag of this just so we have enough. Let's grab another bag. Ooh, there it is. All right, here we come. We got one more bag. Here we go. Got another bag. There. So you can see my legs. Look at this dust. Okay. It is a little dust still on there because I'm back this way. So I am getting a little dust on me, but this should be fine. So we're going to grab another bag of clay. There. So you see how quickly that bent? So we want to take that out because we're trying to get it a little drier. So I'm going to grab another bag of clay. Ooh, it is wet, wet. Turn that over and pull that out. Ta-da! So I'm going to leave it like that. And so I'm going to lay this one flat as well. I'm going to do it this way. And I'm going to pull again, kind of measuring, because I don't want it to be too thick, but I don't want it to be too thin either. So there. Shoots makes this look very easy, but trust me, it's not. This clay does not want to budge. It doesn't want to budge when I do that. So there we go. Another one. All right, and we will continue. I'll do the next one. There. All right. So this is interesting. So we'll see how well I follow Schuttz's concept. All right. So, and like I said, so you'll know what I'm doing. You can always go and look up Schutz and look up Hands of Clay. So you can see the artist that I am modeling my, I think I'm going to leave that thick. So I'm going to flip it over once, like that, and I'll probably come back down a little later today and flip it again. Flip, flip, flip. So I got all of my clay laid out. So I feel like I am ready. Whoa. I think I'm like shoots ready. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, I got right in all of the dust that I moved out of the way. So now I feel like I'm shoots ready. I got all my clay laid out. So I got all my clay laid out and ready to go. And then all I have to do is tomorrow I'm going to come back and we're going to start putting layers together like shoots. So let me get my little table. I brought this. I cleaned this up. It's like I dusted this off from. This was down here because I'm going very archaic. I'm going very archaic down here, guys. I just want you to know. I found this over in the little corner. So I'm going to put that over here. And you see the little legs have stuff all over. So I'm going very archaic here. So, and then I just brought this down. You see that? That's my little spinny thing. And we're going to put it up here. And I'm just going to get a little chair. And I am going to be shoots. So, and I'm going to be here creating and crafting and molding. And then this spins, which is great. So when I start, I'll be able to like start right here. So I think the other thing I need to do is like get a table for my tools. I already have my water bottle. So I'm all like, all set and ready to go. I'm going to put my forks over here because I'm still not sure which fork is going to be the fork. I'm not sure which fork is going to be the fork. So I'm going to put that over there. And tomorrow, and I got my water bottles, but I think I better put some more water in there. So tomorrow, we are going to start sculpting. We're going to start sculpting. And like I said, I'm going to do it down here in my old studio, which is no longer my studio, but this used to be my studio. But we're doing some renovations, and at some point I'll be hanging out down here, but not as a studio. It'll be more like a family room, I think, is what we're doing, because it leads outside to the deck, which is cool. And then we have a little pool for the kiddos out there. So it makes great because we can watch movies and stuff down here. So I'm not going to stay long. I just wanted to kind of show you this, what I was doing. And we can check, you know, you can check on me tomorrow. I'll have this back up tomorrow, and we're going to do some more. And tomorrow we're actually going to be like sculpting with our hands. But like I said, I don't know if I'm going to get all the way up here like Choots does. But I'm going to start off, kind of ease my way into it, and then we're just going to have some fun. And that's what this is all about. I'm just going to have some fun. This is Creative Quarantine. If you want to see some of the other things that we've been doing, definitely go over to our Creative Quarantine page. You can actually go to the Beauty of Blackness Fine Art page and look at some of the other stuff that we've been doing, as well as Larry Poncho Brown and the Art for the Soul Gallery. You can go over there and look at some of the other things that we've been doing. If you want to catch up on some of the old ones, we've been having a lot of fun, creating a lot of art. So this is all a part of the Creative Quarantine for the month of January. So doing new things, trying new things, and also just creating a really cool body of work. And I want you guys definitely stay tuned. Join me in my journey and in my adventure, because I feel like it's fun. So this is something new that I have never done before. This is another artist. I'm trying their technique. So definitely check back with me at another time. You can hear the water from the house running. I'm like, what is that sound? Because everything is open down here. So I'll be back tomorrow. So check in with me tomorrow as I execute Chooks' design. All right. All right. Thanks, guys. Thanks so much for tuning in. I'm not going to keep you, but thanks for tuning in. Oh, I got a question.